Hi guys, today's May 11th. This video that you're about to watch was recorded on April 25th. This is the last video of the pre-recorded videos that I did for you before I moved from Florida back to Tennessee. So after you watch this video, I don't know when the next ones are going to go up. I just wanted to give you a heads up to let you know that until I get my art room set back up and some of the housework done around here, like painting and some work on bathrooms and reflooring and things like that, that the videos might not come as quickly. I have a tendency to do that anyway. I go in spurts where I film a lot and then I don't film a lot. It just depends on what's going on in life. But I just wanted to let you know that I will be recording again as soon as I can. I'll probably make up a little area in my art room using my old farm table that I did leave here. And I did bring my camera and my tripod. I brought some journals, some paint, some pens and markers, but I did not bring any embellishments. I didn't bring a lot. I didn't bring all my paints. I didn't bring a lot of paper and stuff like that. So whatever I do is going to be just using what I have. I'm not going to go out and buy a bunch of stuff. So I do want to get my May calendar page done, and I may have to wait on some of the other things that I like to do until I have all my stuff. So I might run late on like mission inspiration. I'm already behind on mixed media morsels and other plans I have of doing things. They're on the back burner. But we will be back on a semi-half sporadic schedule soon after things get set up here, okay? I just want to let you guys know that. Tell you thank you for being here and thank you for watching. And all of you that have subscribed, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed the video. This was done using scraps. It's amazing what you can do with your scraps. So take your scraps, put them on some paper, play with them, bring out some shapes, bring out some color, and create a beautiful page. It's not something you threw in the trash. It's not something sitting in a bag off to the side or in a box. It's a beautiful page to look at. So have a great day, and I will see you guys soon, okay? Bye. Good morning, guys. Today is April 25th, and I'm going to mark my calendar with some washi tape, which I haven't done before. I just felt like doing that. It's sitting here from my last project, and I thought I would just add some in here just for the fun of it. Okay, so today's Monday, April 25th. Today I'm going to do a project in my scrap journal, and let's get started here, and I'll tell you what's going on in a minute. Let me show you first. I'll get you a little close. Well, this book's kind of long, so I can't really show you without holding it up to the camera. Let's do it this way. So far, the pages in this book, and these are all created from scraps, are, I'll just show you. I'll do a little flip. Okay. I think I've showed you this book before, but there's scraps of washi tape, scraps of music paper underneath here, scraps. This is a scrap, this butterfly shape that became a butterfly shape. Actually, it was this paper here. I'm gonna have to get close. This music paper, that something had been cut out of it, and I turned it into a butterfly. This, these are scraps that became flowers. And this is a scrap. So, you know, everything's scraps. There's scraps underneath here. This one here, same thing. It goes this way and this way. This is a piece of paper. From here to here, it's been ripped off here. And there's circles inside where I punched something and I just went further with it. Butterfly scrap. Butterfly scrap. This is one sheet of paper from here to here. And then there and there. So, and then this way, from here to here is a piece of paper with butterflies, scrap of washi tape. This is a scrap where I did some stamping with a feather just to get the extra paint off or ink off, and the paper is from here to here and here to here, and it's just ripped and just glued down. Same thing with the hearts and this little circle here. It's all scraps. So now that I've said that enough, you know what this book is about. So this page is the same thing. Just whimsical, fun, playing. And I could show you really close all the different layers, but we need to get going on this video. I have limited time today, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And this is a strip of punched out butterflies. And I left all the scraps that I put down on this page that covered this page are left open here. So each butterfly is actually the scrap paper that I put down. The rest is just sewed over. Lightly, you can still see it. This here is a scrap where I punched out a petal shape. There's two sizes of petals, and in a second I'll refer to the petal shape again, and you'll remember this shape right here, because when I refer to it, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry, I'm drinking a protein shake this morning, and I think I have some peanut butter that doesn't want to go down. This is a paper. This whole paper here was a large sheet of where I punched out individual little pieces to use, and you can see the shapes here. And I just turned it into a birdhouse and drew a tree and added a bird and some leaves, and there's all scraps down below. And this one, same thing. This was a card or a tag that I started to make, and I didn't like it, so I just put it in my scrap pile. Then I put it on here when I came to this page, and the bird went over it. And then the crown, it's kind of like a sun, but it could have been a crown on a bird. It could have been her nest. We had a debate, a friend and I had a debate about what it should be, and I wound up doing that. They didn't agree, but oh well, that's okay. It's my book. No, they didn't agree, but you know, it turned out okay anyway. And this one here, same thing. Circle, circle, circle. It's actually scalloped. And I'm not doing real close up, so an upside down butterfly. And this one was a scallop. I'm sorry about my voice today. A scalloped top to a long envelope that folds, and you can make something. And that's the piece right here. And I just kept it and then just turned it into a bird cage. And this is the 25-25. It's a punch or a die from Tim Holtz. I can't remember now, but I used that and just created a little bird cage scene. And this one is, there's the petals I referred to. I'm referring to them twice actually. This is the negative space of the largest petal on the die. Little clock in the middle, just a little scrap I had. And this is the edge of a paper, the top that you cut off that you can't use because there's writing on it. That's all that is. Same thing with those petals. Actually, I'm referring to it 3 times. And I think it's the next one, not this one. This one was just scraps and like flowers being blown all over the place. Here we go. This is the petal again. And the petal, when I put it through the die machine, I didn't have the paper lined up properly. So this one cut out properly. This one did not. The little roundish end got cut off. So I saved it, and now it's a little girl and a little bird. But this is one piece of paper right here, and that these two were cut out of. Okay, so we come to the page now where I have some scraps here that are loose, and I have these here because I had planned to do another scrap page, and I didn't do it because I thought, well, I'll do it on camera for you guys to show you how I do it, and I never got around to it. So today we're going to get around to it. And let me move all this off here and make sure this paper is lined up properly. And this book I'm using is just a sketchbook. It's an 8.5 by 11, 160 page sketchbook. It doesn't say the weight of the paper, but it is not your heavyweight, heavy duty paper that you use in mixed media. It's a little bit heavier than printer paper maybe, unless you get a real good quality printer paper. So, but it works just fine. So I'm going to take a glue stick and I'm going to start gluing down my scraps. Except I'm not sure. There we go. Glue stick. Scraps. And the scraps, I don't know if I'll use all of them or not. I just have a bunch laid out here that I want to use. Some bigger pieces need to go on first. Let's see where those are. The reason I need to get on with this project is because I have to pack my art room. It is time for me to move again. And so I'm trying to get a couple videos done for you guys so that as I'm moving and you know, at night when I'm settling down and trying to rest and whatever, I will have some editing that I can do and videos I can put up for you. Hopefully there won't be much of a gap in between times that I create. There may be. It may not work out that I can do what I think I want to do. It just depends. But this art room has to come down today. It's not really an art room. It's just a room with junk in it because I never set up my art room because I knew I'd be moving again. And so it's come down to the time. And so you may see this video fairly soon, and if not, I don't know when you'll see it, but when you do see it, I'll either be in the process of moving or I will have already moved and I'll still be going on with my videos. It just depends on how long it takes me to get all these videos I've got in the queue up for you. There's 3, I think, videos for you that I haven't published that I have to finish editing. I think this might be the 4th. It's either the 3rd or the 4th. So anyway, I just want to let you know, when you see this video, if I'm not around, it's because I have been packing and moving. So I'm just going to put this down here. And yes, it's a big scrap. It's a leftover paper from a book, so it's not really a scrap, it's a whole piece. But we're just going to put it down anyway, because I want to use it. And this is the same thing. Just going to do this. Okay, so I'm going to go into fast forward now that I've told you what's going on. I'm moving back to Tennessee. I'm moving back to my house, my original house, and my original art room. So once I get set up, I'll hopefully have it set up a little different. Maybe not. Maybe I'll go back to the same setup, but I'll do another room tour with better lighting, hopefully, and not so fast as I did last time. I did it really quickly last time for someone, so they could see it before I took it down, and it was really fast. So, but I'm excited to get back into my art room. Just want to let you guys know if there's a lull, that's what it's all about. I'm just going to go ahead and go this way. I hadn't planned on that. I thought I'd go up and down, but we're going to go this way. And I'm going to take this card and keep it near me that I used to spread gesso and just kind of help smooth out the glue. Make sure it gets on there properly. And I'm going to go in fast forward now that you know about the moving and taking the art room down. There's no other really important updates to give you. The bats moved on. I haven't seen them since I told you about them in a video. I haven't seen them. Haven't heard them. Nothing. When I've been outside. So I guess they decided that they have had their fill of being here and they moved on. So let's get going with this. Let's raise you up just a little bit. I'll go fast, and when I have something to talk about, I will come and talk to you. So, see you in a little bit. I used everything that I pulled out except for these two pieces. They didn't make sense. Oh, and this. And I still might bring this in. I'm not sure. So I'll put those two pieces back in my scrap bag. And I just put them down randomly. But I did try to leave the shapes. Any shapes that I found, I tried to leave those for last and put those on top. Because I like to pull out the shapes. Now I need to decide, do I want to put this down now or... I think I'll just skip this too. And I can always get it back out if I decide to do something with it later. So the next thing I'm going to do, and everything's going to be in fast forward except for the little times that I talk to you. Anything that goes off the edge of the page you can cut off later or leave it on, it doesn't matter. I've left some of mine on just because I like the raggedy look. Like this one here, I left on. You can't see it in the camera, so we'll show later. The next thing I'm going to do is let this dry for a minute. I could heat it a little bit, but it's glue, so it would heat up a little bit and kind of get sticky, but it would dry. It would dry quickly. I'm going to bring in some paint in colors that I like, that I think kind of go with this. I'm going to try to bring in a little bit of cohesiveness to the page. And then I'm probably going to put a little thin coat of gesso. That'll be after I bring in the colors, or it could be before, I'm not sure. So these, it's hard to tell what I did. I do something different every time I play with this. So anyway, let me get my paint colors and I'll get my gesso, and I've got my card, and that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, let me show you what we have so far. I love this just the way it is, actually, but we're gonna keep playing with it. Can't get you past the tripod there. There. Okay, and the next thing I'm gonna do, this is kind of a taste thing. You can bring in a black pen or a black pencil or your black Stabilo or your China marker or any color that you want. And I'm going to bring out the shapes a little bit. This is a Stabilo pencil. It will run when water or any kind of liquid is touching it to activate it. So I'm going to outline these shapes a little bit. Then I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to dip it in clear gesso, which is where? Somewhere around here. And here it is. And that way it'll seal it and it'll activate it at the same time. And I'm just going to do a little shading with it. So I'll be back with you in a minute. I'm going to do that in fast forward too. done so far. I just played around with the flowers, gave them a little more distressed look. I brought a little blue in because I didn't really like the yellow. There was too much yellow on the page. And there was a little blue in this flower. I think it's from the paper that I used. I don't know, because I didn't use blue in this to start. But there's blue here now, and I'm going to finish using the rest of this blue here and just kind of mark a little bit on the page just to, you know, not let it be so just blue here and no blue anywhere else. Your eye can go around to different places. So the next thing I would normally want to do, I think, is bring in my oil pastels, but they're over there. I don't feel like getting them. So I'm going to use my China marker. It's the black one, and I might bring the white one in too. I've got to undo this a little bit though. And what I'm going to do is just kind of highlight the shapes again and just bring a little more pop to the page, hopefully. I don't know, it may or may not work. We'll see. And as soon as I can get this ready, I'll go off camera and finish getting this ready. But I thought I'd tell you the next step that I'm going to take. And I may bring in the white, like I said. So if you see me bring in white, it's a white China marker. So I will be back with you guys. Well, maybe this is going to work. Okay, that's working. So the leaves are kind of blah right now. So I think I will use the white one if I can find it really handy. It's supposed to be right here. There it is. I might just bring in some white marks into the leaves and the stem. And I may have to do something different, we'll see. But I'm going to take the black China marker, and if I had the oil pastel, it would be like creamier and I would smush it and it would smush better, and I could use my heat gun and get it to go, but the China marker will work well enough. I just want to bring in a little bit of a highlight and shading in certain areas of the heart. Not all of it, but I am going to go around the whole thing. But I'm not going to smudge the whole thing like this one here. I'm really smudging off to the side. And I love these things. I really love it down here for some reason. I'm feeling it. So that's what we're doing. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the rest of them. So we can stay on camera if you want to. I mean, in regular motion. Or you can speed up past this part if you want to. I think I'm just going to stay in regular motion for a few minutes while I do this. So you can see it in action in a regular speed. Okay, see how the hearts are really popping out now? Just ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's do this one. I've got a lot of work to be done in here, you guys. Oh my goodness, I wish I had some help. And I really don't want help. I don't like help packing because I like to do it myself and it's just easier that way. But at the same time, you kind of wish it was just someone else doing it or helping and done. So I really don't want help. I just want it over, I think. All right, let's do the flowers. And I'm not staying directly on the shape where the paper is, but very close. And probably I'm going to go ahead and bring some white gesso in again and push the background back a little bit more in some areas. Because I really love these hearts and I really want them to stand out of the page more than I want anything else going on. Because the hearts are my favorite. And honestly, I mean, I didn't know it was going to turn out like this. I knew when I put the shapes down that they were going to be in that location once I got them there, but I didn't know what I'd do with them. And it's just so fulfilling and pleasing to see something take shape and form out of scraps, just scraps that you would normally throw away. And I don't throw away a lot of my scraps. I keep most of them if they're a decent size, especially if I like the paper. I do have some that I don't love the paper, and I think that's from the past, and I think I need to go through and sort them again and eliminate things that I don't love. If it doesn't make you feel good when you see it, or you don't think, oh wow, I'd love to use this, just gotta get to a project and use this, maybe you should not have it. Pass it on to someone else in a happy mail, or just throw it away if it's not worth keeping, if it's too tiny. Or, and let's see, let's do this. All right. Okay, the last thing, I'm definitely going to bring in gesso, but I'm going to like I said, write a few words, and these can be smudged a little bit. And I did it with regular pencil, and it'll get pushed back so you won't see much of it. So I went ahead and did a little bit with this China marker. And it'll get pushed back too, but at least it's there. And I did write some words. I wrote some things I wanted to say. And my number. Okay. I think I'm done with the white as I use it. All right, let's bring in some gesso. And I may have to use a brush, I'm not sure, because I don't want to go over this with gesso anymore. So I'm going to use my little scrubby brush if I can find it. Here it is. And I'm just going to take it with some gesso, and I'm going to rub it into the background. And my words will smear, and that's okay. Because what's most important to me is these gorgeous hearts that are sitting here. Those are just gorgeous. I love them. Okay. All right, let me do the rest of this and fast forward. The last thing I'm going to do, I pushed back a lot of the background, but you can still see through it, and the more it dries, the more you'll see. I'm going to take my white Jelly Roll pen, I'm just going to do a little writing in the leaves, and then I think I'm going to seal it and be done with this page. I don't want to put any big words on here or anything that can be seen as detracting from the hearts. I love those hearts. So I'm going to write, and I'll be back. Okay, it's very subtle because I wrote over white, and some of the white was the China marker, which is like a waxy feel, so it's not very, what do you call it? Not very easy to write over sometimes, but it did a pretty decent job. So now I'm going to finish getting this jar empty of gesso, not gesso, matte medium decoupage, and I'll probably have to use some of this too, but I think I need to clean this jar for traveling, and this is just the perfect time to do it. So let's put some coating on here, and Let's see, I didn't sign the page yet. And if there's any stray pieces sticking up, now's the time to seal them down, or you can leave them up if you like that look. I like that look, but it's happening that I'm going over it, so they're going to stay down. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you will see the potential in the scraps that you have. What I find fascinating about this is if I hadn't glued down these scraps, it's just like anything else that I have talked about. If I hadn't glued down these scraps and just played with color and done something with it, they would be either in the garbage or sitting in a bag. But instead, I have this really pretty journal page that when I do flip through and look through it and just feel like looking through to see what I've done recently or in the past, old books, I look through my old stuff, I'll see this beautiful page. And I had fun doing it. I got to share it with you. I got to use my scraps, and it's something I would not have come up with had I not used them. Just like the Happy Mail projects, the things that I've been sent, I would not have created that had you not sent me that Happy Mail. If I had not used these scraps, I would not have come up with this page. I wouldn't come up with this on my own out of my head. It just wouldn't be there because I wouldn't think about it. Probably, I don't know, maybe, but I doubt it. There's still some in here, but I'll find something to put it on. Okay, let me dry this a minute, and then I'll let you have a real good close-up because it's kind of hazy right now and you can't see it really well. Okay, it's dry enough that you can see pretty well. I'm going to give you a close-up as close as I can get you, that I think you can see it. You can still see the paper. Let me see. You can still see the dictionary paper. You can still see the tissue paper that I use with the music on it here and here. Here, you can see the music paper down here. Anything that I put on, you pretty much can see. Let's see, except, well, you see the brown paper that I put at the very bottom. You can see it down here. And the colored, like, flowery paper that I put up top, it kind of disappeared. You can see a little bit right there. And maybe a shade of it is poking through. Well, no. Nope. It went away. But you know, it's okay. It served a purpose. It really did. So let me give you the close-up. And I'll try to put some pictures at the back of the video. And this tripod is just not good for big projects. Okay, so I hope you can see that really well. I really love this. You could play with it more. You could add to it. I'm going to leave it like it is. I could add a word. I could add stamping. I could do something. But there's enough interest here that I could sit and look at this and be very entertained for a little while. So I just need to sign it. And I'm done. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you, and I really appreciate the subscribers that have been with me a while, and anyone new that's come along. Thank you for coming, because I hope that you are inspired and enjoy the projects that I do, and I enjoy whatever y'all do when I get a chance to watch. So I hope you have a great week, and until I see you again, be creative. I hope that I will not be gone too long. But if I am, I will be thinking about you, and I will see you when I can get back on the horse and start riding again. All right, you guys have a great, great afternoon, evening, morning, week, weekend, whenever you see this video. Thank you guys. See you later. Bye-bye.